ISTE for Coaches Standard 1 revolves around visionary leadership. It states that technology coaches inspire and participate in the development and implementation of a shared vision for the comprehensive integration of technology to promote excellence and supportive transformational change throughout the instructional environment. The artifact I would like to show you is my case study, which meets the requirement for Standard 1D. Implement strategies for initiating and sustaining technology innovations and manage the change process in schools and classrooms. In this case study, I assist a first grade teacher in creating screencasted videos with her students to administer spelling quizzes. This artifact demonstrates my ability to change a colleague's way of thinking to embrace technology integration. In order to sustain this initiative, I will continue to work with her. Standard 2 covers teaching, learning, and assessment. It states that technology coaches assist teachers in using technology effectively for assessing student learning, differentiating instruction, and providing rigorous, relevant, and engaging learning experiences for all students. The artifact I would like to highlight is my tech tools to support UDL SMORE Flyer, which meets the requirements of Standard 2E. Coach teachers in and model design and implementation of technology enhanced learning experiences using differentiation, including adjusting content, process, product, and learning environment based upon students' readiness levels, learning styles, interests, and personal goals. This artifact shows my ability to use technology to differentiate my instruction. This resource provides a variety of tech-based tools that differentiate learning through the process, product, and content based on the principles of UDL. Through UDL, students are able to change how the lesson content is represented, what their actions and expressions are, or how they engage with the content. This artifact shows a variety of different technology resources that can be used for learners of different abilities, preferences, or styles. Each of the substandards of UDL is accompanied by a tool that teachers can use to enhance the learning of their students with a specialized need. The artifact itself is web-based, and I am able to share it with both my colleagues as well as other educators via my blog or social media. Standard 3 is about digital age learning environments. It states that technology coaches create and support effective digital age learning environments to maximize the learning of all students. The artifact I would like to showcase is my guide to using the assistive technology tool Google Read and Write. This resource meets Standard 3D. Select, evaluate, and facilitate the use of adaptive and assistive technologies to support student learning. This artifact demonstrates my ability to select appropriate assistive technology to be used in the classroom. In this artifact, I describe how to use Google Read and Write. I explain the design for academic use as well as how this resource will accommodate students to reach specific learning goals. Most importantly, I give suggestions of possible strategies to implement Google Read and Write into the classroom. This resource has numerous features within itself, and I give examples for each feature of how students can use this assistive technology to enhance achievement. This artifact also demonstrates my ability to accommodate special needs students in an inclusion setting. I provide a training slideshow on how to use the program that can be viewed by other teachers working with the same students or their families. Standard 4 of ISTE for Coaches centers on professional development and program evaluation. It requires that technology coaches conduct needs assessments, develop technology-related professional learning programs, and evaluate the impact of instructional practice and student learning. I would like to show a PD workshop I designed and implemented on how to use Google Classroom. This artifact meets Standard 4B, design, develop, and implement technology-rich professional learning programs that model principles of adult learning and promote digital age best practices in teaching, learning, and assessment. The artifact includes an agenda which outlines the purpose, goals, objectives, curricular connections, applications for diverse learners, as well as how to possibly use this tool for assessment. In this PD session, I walk participants through the setup of Google Classroom by using screencasted tutorial videos. After, we actually set up a Google Classroom site together. This was an ongoing session as I was able to check in with participants to see how they were doing using Google Classroom. I was able to help them add their students as well as troubleshoot any issues they experienced along the way. This artifact demonstrates my understanding that professional development programs should be ongoing and authentic to specific teachers' classrooms. Standard 5, I believe, is of the utmost importance. It calls for technology coaches to model and promote digital citizenship. The artifact I would like to highlight is an acceptable use policy I wrote. It falls under Standard 5A, model and promote strategies for achieving equitable access to digital tools and resources and technology-related best practices for all students and teachers. In this acceptable use policy, I clearly lay out guidelines for equitable access to technology for all students in our school. Students who do not have access to social media at home are given opportunities to both use district-provided devices at school as well as take these devices home with them. In this AUP, I also highlight acceptable behavior when using technology resources online like social media sites. This artifact demonstrates my ability to make sure that all technology used is for the benefit of every student, including special education students, English language learners, and low socioeconomic students. The last ISTE standard is 6, Content Knowledge and Professional Growth. It requires technology coaches to demonstrate professional knowledge, skills, and dispositions in content, pedagogical, and technological areas, as well as adult learning and leadership, and are continuously deepening their knowledge and expertise. The artifact I would like to show is my attendance to the Gaffey Talk New York conference on May 4th, 2016. This workshop attendance meets Standard 6A, engage in continual learning to deepen content and pedagogical knowledge in technology integration and current and emerging technologies necessary to effectively implement the standards for students and teachers. This artifact shows my involvement in continued learning of the best practices for technology integration. At this conference, Google Apps for Education provided insight into how their features could be used for literacy, English language learners, and technology integration. Continued professional development is essential as technology is always expanding and changing. This artifact shows my ability to seek out and attend trainings in my area. After attending a conference like this, I am willing and motivated to bring back what I learned to my colleagues within my district.